Hello and welcome back to another episode of Rewriting History, where we are trying to save Espanyol from relegation at the end of the 22-23 season. We have 3 games left, which we'll do all 3 games in today's episode. If you haven't seen any of the series so far, you can go back and watch that now. And once you've done that, we can kick things off with today's episode, where we start off with a game against Atletico Madrid. As I said, we are currently in the relegation zone. We are 18th though, so we're not too far away from safety. In fact, we're just 1 point away from safety. One of the teams above us, who are 1 point away from us, have played and been beaten by Villarreal. But our game against Atletico Madrid is a very difficult one. They are 3rd in the table, and I don't think we're going to get anything from this game, but you never know. So for this game against Atletico Madrid, we have made just the one change, if I remember rightly. Nico Malamed coming in for injured Javi Puado, he's got a fitness test icon, so we don't really want to risk him from the start. Martin Braithwaite's back, almost fully fit now, and then Leandro Cabrera is still a couple of days away from full fitness. There are a few players that are lacking a bit in condition ahead of this game, but I need to play my best team against Atletico Madrid, if anything, just to stop us from conceding too many goals and affecting our position come the end of the season. I mean, saying that, is goal difference important? Results between teams is more important than goal difference. So I might be able to get away with a bit of rotation, actually. But no, we'll keep it like that. I don't have much trust in the players on the bench, if I'm honest. So we'll just keep the lineup like this. So throwing in a very deep position. It's Olivan to take it. He finds Nico Malamed. Ball in, looking for Lazio, and that is intercepted. But it's Darder on the edge of the box. And Sergi Darder pouncing on a dawdling Atletico defender. And he puts us 1-0 up after 6 minutes gone. I thought the chance had gone when that misplaced pass to Lazio went straight to the Atletico defender. But some terrible, just not knowing what to do with the ball, really, from De Paul. And in the edge of the D. And then Sergi Darder with a beautiful finish, curled into the top corner, and we've taken a very unexpected lead, and look where that puts us in the league table. We're up to 16th. Atletico playing it out from the back, which is a bit dangerous given how they conceded their first goal, but that's how they want to play it. It might actually work for them here, to be honest. Morata running down the left-hand side. It's going to be very difficult for us to keep a hold of this lead, because they are going to be well fired up for this now after conceding early. It's Hermoso, plays that all the way back to Witzel. Now Koke, to Sol, Hermoso, to Morata. Turns the defender. It's got options in the box. You might not take them though. It's Morata, and that is 1-1 after 12 minutes. The lead lasting all of about 6.5 minutes. Atletico Madrid back on level terms. And now it's our turn to play out from the back. And it's Ruben with a bit of space at right back. He's running into that space now. Gets up to the halfway line. Great pass to Lazio. Lazio now advancing in on goal. Great through ball from Joselu. And Joselu has got us the lead once again. It's 2-1. Lazio with a great assist. And the pass to Lazio before that was even better. And after the goals are coming in periods of 6 minutes. We scored the 6th minute. We scored in the 7th minute. They came and scored on the 13th minute. And then we scored again on the 19th minute. Lazio, great through ball. Joselu just with that extra burst of pace to get past the defender and first to the ball, and to slot that past the Atletico Madrid goalkeeper and send us back up to 16th in the table. In fact, I think even if we draw this game, we might go up to 16th. It looked like we were 16th as the game was tied, so we must have pretty decent results against both Valencia and Cadiz, as Nico Malamed with the ball on the left-hand side, and we look like we could get a few more today. It's a great shot, but it's off the bar from Lazio and hooked clear by the Atletico defenders. Now, in real life, this game finished 3-3, and I mean, 3-3 today would be enough for us to get out of the relegation zone, it seems, so I wouldn't complain with it, but more than happy with the current scoreline as Atletico look to build something from the back once more. It's De Paul, the man at fault for the first goal, and that's a great interception from Gomez at the back. And now can we build something here with Montez to Darder, now Gomez. Vinicius Souza comes deep to collect that. Olivan with the ball on the left-hand side. Gives it back to Souza. Now Nico Malamed. Lovely pass from him, but Lazio with a very, very badly misplaced pass. And Atletico can counter with Jimenez. Now Koke. Memphis Depay. Intercepted pass once more, but Nico Malamed runs straight back into Memphis. And Llorente with the ball over the top to De Paul. De Paul with the shot, and he's made up for that earlier error. Or has he? Rodrigo De Paul thinks he's scored, but the referee is going to check with VAR to see whether he was onside or not from that Llorente pass, and he was onside. It is 2-2 just before half-time. Rodrigo de Paul with the finish. Llorente with a beautiful ball over the top, to be quite honest, and then Rodrigo de Paul just a touch, and then slamming it past the goalkeeper. Can we get a third before half-time? It's Olivan. Ball over to Lazio. Lazio with a great chance. He's done it. Jose Carlos Lazio has got our third goal. Atletico Madrid level for all of about 1 minute. Olivan with the original throw-in. Nico Malamed gave it back to Olivan, who played a lovely little chipped ball to Lazio. Lazio with a touch to get the ball out of his feet and then smashes it past the goalkeeper to the keeper's left-hand side. And it is 3-2 just before half-time. Can we hold on? Well, we are into the 3 minutes of first half injury time. And Atletico playing around the back, and the keeper just decides enough of that, just hoof it clear. And now it's Saul in the centre of the field for Atletico Madrid. Jimenez now out to Llorente, who's got 1 assist already today, but that he tries to get past Olivan, but Olivan was not having any of that, and it's a great tackle as Sousa comes forward with the ball for us now. Can we get a fourth before half-time? It's Joselu. Dawdles on the ball and intercepted by Hermoso, and now Atletico on the attack once more with Morata. Great pass to Llorente down the right-hand side. This could be dangerous. They could get the equaliser just before half-time. Llorente with the ball in. Morata's there with a header. It's off the post, and Gomez just quickly hoofs that clear, and Llorente had got the ball back, but half-time, 3-2 up, happy with that. And that was a chaotic first half. 5 goals scored, and it looks like the second half is going to kick off in similar style, as there is going to be a chance for someone at the end of this highlight. It's Llorente on the right-hand side for Atletico. They're still searching for that third goal that would level the game up. Jimenez now plays it back to Witsel. Now So, one-touch passing. Joselu with a good tackle, but that is still falling to a Atletico player, and Llorente's got it on the right-hand side now. Comes back on himself, finds Koke. Now Jimenez. Atletico Madrid just slowing the game down a little bit. Keeping possession. Saul with the ball in the middle to Rodrigo de Paul. He's found himself in tons of space there. Gomez tries to clear it. It's going to fall to Morata. And it is another goal for Alvaro Morata. 3-3 just after half-time. It was some poor defending. We switched off, it seemed, the 2 centre-backs, and we were made to pay. Montes at the back finds Darder. Now Pacheco. There's a bit of space on the right-hand side if anyone wants to find our right-back, but instead we go left. And now it's Sousa. Ball forward to Nico Malamed. Through ball. That looks easy as anything. It's Lazio. He's through on goal. Surely. Jose Carlos Lazio. What is this game? Nico Malamed with a through ball that just... I think the Atletico defenders were asleep, if I'm quite honest. That was too easy. Sousa with a ball to Nico Malamed. Touch to get the ball out of his feet. One pass through to Lazio, and then Lazio smashes it past the keeper. The easiest football that I've ever seen. It was 4 passes to the goal there. And we're winning 4-3, and there's going to be another chance straight from kickoff. This game is insane. It's Rodrigo de Paul in the centre of the field, finds Koke. Now Llorente, Atletico looking to immediately strike back and level the game once more. I'm starting to think that we are going to be taking a lead all this many times, and then come the end of the game, it's going to be Atletico. Thankfully, Morata missed that. It's going to be Atletico that end up winning and nicking a goal in the last minute to win 5-4 or something like that. Free kick. In a good position to Paul with the ball in, and that is well claimed by Pacheco in our goal there. Rules it out short to Montes, who switches play to Olivan, who's got a bit of space on the left-hand side now. Can we go and try and get a 5th goal? It's a Nico Malamed, skips past the defender, ball inside. Olivan gets it. Now it's Lazio. He's looking for a hat-trick now. It's Lazio with the shot. And what is this guy on? Jose Carlos Lazio has got himself a hat-trick at home to Atletico Madrid. We're winning 5-3. I don't understand where all this chaos has come from, but I'm not complaining at the scoreline whatsoever. Nico Malamed with the pass. Sousa was sort of fouled out. The referee didn't give anything. Let play go on. It fell to Lazio, and then Lazio with a beautifully placed, low, drilled shot past Oblak in the Atletico Madrid goal. And it's 5-3. Olivan with a throw in on the left-hand side. Surely we're not going to get a 6th. It's Lazio. Back to Olivan. Now Gomez. To Montes. Needs to make sure he doesn't lose the ball there. He does so. Now Joselu. He's come deep for the ball. Looking for Alex Vidal, who pounces on a mistake from Reguilon. And now he can play that back to Ruben, who finds Alex Vidal once more in the box. It's Alex Vidal on the edge of the box, and that's just curled over the goal. A great effort from Alex Vidal. Just over 20 minutes to go. We are going to make some changes. We've got a lot of tired bodies out there. We've got Lazio on a 10. That is, I mean, he deserves it, to be quite honest. So the Montes, who was lacking in condition at the start of the game, is not having the best time out there. He's our worst performing player. We've obviously got Cabrera on the bench, but don't want to risk him because he's not actually come back to full training yet. So our only other options in terms of centre-backs are Calero, who's all right, but not too great, and then Simo, who has got great tackling, but his heading and marking are a bit lacking. So do I want the balance that Calero offers, at least in terms of defensive attributes, technically? Or do I want Simo, who is just a tackling machine, it seems? We're going to go for the balance of Calero to come on and replace Cesar Montes in defence. We should also look at taking off at least one of our centre midfielders and maybe Alex Vidal as well. We'll take Sousa off and we'll bring Kedi Bare on. In fact, we've got 5 substitutions, haven't we? So we might as well... I just hope this doesn't come back to bite me. We'll bring Exposito on for Dada, and then we're also going to bring on... Now, Braithwaite and Potter both have fitness tests, but I reckon they should be able to play the last 20 minutes. So we'll bring Braithwaite on right wing for Alex Vidal. So we're going to play Braithwaite in a role that I've not really used on Football Manager before, the round deuter. It seems to be just a wide striker from the little description down here and the little graphic that they have. Seems like he sort of waits to the last minute and then just pounces into the box to sort of be like a wide poacher, like it says there. So yeah, hopefully the team work well with that. We've kept the 2 midfielders as a deep line playmaker on defend with Barre and a centre midfielder on attack with Exposito. They're both pretty capable of playing in those roles, so you might as well not change it. Calero is a ball-playing defender on cover, as Montes was playing as well. Free kick, deep in our half. Gomez finds one of the substitutions, Barre. There's a terrible pass, and that is going to be a chance for Atletico, and it's Griezmann, and really, you would expect Griezmann to finish that one off there. Short goal kick from Pacheco to Gomez. Now Barre with a successful pass that time, thankfully. Now Edu Exposito. We had a team meeting before this game where I basically was trying to encourage them that we needed to win this game to help with securing safety. And Edu Exposito was one of few who were not happy with me suggesting that we needed to win this game. So it'll be interesting to see how he ends up playing as Braithwaite intercepts that nicely. Now Braithwaite running down the right-hand side. Can he create something for us? The substitute decides to come back to Barre instead, and that is a bad pass from Barre. He's won the ball back though. And now Edu Exposito with a shot, and that is blocked, and Kondogbia heads that away. Barre is not performing well in what I've seen of him so far in this game. And now Atletico on the attack with Lamar down the left-hand side. Lamar gets down by the byline, plays the cross to Rodrigo de Paul, pulled back to Kondogbia, and Jeffrey Kondogbia has got a goal back for Atletico. They've got 16 and a bit minutes left to get an equaliser. I'm going to tell the team to focus because this would be a huge win. It would send us 2 points clear of the relegation zone. I said earlier that I thought Atletico would come back and win 5-4. That's obviously not going to happen, but they could still come back and win 6-5 as Barre has the ball in the centre of the field once more. Now Exposito switches the play to the left, but Llorente wins that. It looked like Nico Malamed just gave up on chasing that ball. And now Kondogbia with the ball in the middle of the field finds Griezmann to Morata. We need to defend this. It's Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de Paul pulls it across Griezmann. Morata, just get rid of it, please. Llorente, blocked by the defender, headed away by Gomez. And Exposito should get that, and he does. And we could actually be on a counter-attack now. It's Edu Exposito on the ball. He decides to slow things down, though, which is probably sensible. And then Nico Malamed wins a free kick very well from a Koke foul. And we literally have injury time left. 6 minutes of injury time. Can we hold on? It looks like we can. At full time, a 5-4 win. We've beaten Atletico Madrid. I did not expect to even have a chance against them. So well done to the boys. And Getafe lost their game as well. They were playing, I think, either at the same time as us or later than us. They lost against Real Betis. We have moved up to 16th in the table, 2 points clear of the relegation zone, with 2 games left to play. All matches in game week 36 have now been played in La Liga. Valencia playing on the Thursday, the day after our game, and only managing a draw away from home against Mallorca. So we end up match day 36, sitting 16th in La Liga, out of the relegation zone for the first time in this save. We're 2 points clear of Cadiz, who have fallen in to the relegation zone, and 1 point clear of Valencia, who we play in our next game. So if we compare this to the real life table, Elche still rock bottom, 20 points in the game. They had 21 points in real life, so they're doing a bit worse. Getafe are currently 19th, which is where Espanyol sat in real life. Cadiz are obviously 18th. They were 17th and level on points with Real Valladolid, who occupied the final relegation spot in real life, but Valladolid are actually up in 14th and safe from relegation as things stand. Valencia are doing a lot worse than they did in real life as well. They were up in 13th in real life by this point with 40 points, but obviously they are still well in at the relegation fight, down in 17th, just a place below us. Obviously, we have climbed up to 16th, which is a vast improvement on a 19th place where we were sat at this stage in the real season. And Girona are doing terribly compared to their real life position at this point. They are 15th in game, still technically in with a chance of relegation, 6 points clear of the relegation zone. But in real life, they're up in 9th. So I don't know what's happened there. Meanwhile, at the top of the table, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Real Sociedad, Villarreal, all in the positions that they were in real life. Athletic Bilbao and Real Betis, they've sort of swapped around. But yeah, a lot of changes and a few things that have stayed the same. But we are the most important thing to focus on, and we are currently out of the relegation zone. On to the Valencia game. So here we are for the penultimate game of the season, and a majority of teams are playing at the same time. We've had one game on the Saturday, which was Real Madrid against Sevilla. Real Madrid winning that one 2-0, but everyone else is playing at 7 p.m. on the Sunday, and we have a huge relegation battle against Valencia. A win against Valencia will secure our safety and our position in La Liga for next season. Defeat allows Valencia to overtake us and possibly even Cadiz to overtake us, as well as they are playing Vigo at home. And what are Getafe doing? Getafe are at home to Osasuna as well, not Atletico Pamplona, because that is not a club. And this game comes just a few days after the game against Atletico Madrid, but thankfully the players seem to be okay in terms of condition. Oscar Gil, who's been out injured for a little while, is back to full fitness now, but I'm not going to bring him into the side because Ruben Sanchez has done okay for us at right back so far. Cabrera is not fully fit yet. He's got the fitness test icon, recommended a maximum of 75 minutes. So we'll start off with Cesar Montes, who's done well, whilst Cabrera has been out of the side. Javi Puado is fully recovered now as well, but I think we have to reward the side that started the last game and absolutely battered Atletico Madrid. So I don't really want to make any further changes, I don't think. Now Valencia coming into this on some terrible form, 3 defeats and 2 draws in their last 5 games, compared to ourselves. We've got 2 wins, 2 draws, and only the 1 defeat in our last 5 games. We've done pretty well since taking over Espanyol, if I do say so myself. But a win today, 1 more win, and we confirm our safety. A defeat will take it to the final day of the season. A draw might be enough, depending on what other teams do, I think. But obviously we want to go and win. Playing in our beautiful pink kit today. Barbie movie obviously coming out, or has just come out, and we are representing in our lovely pink kit. And it's Darda looking for a through ball to Vidal, but Gaia read that well, and now Valencia can come away with the ball. It's Andre Almeida now in the centre of the field, finds Fulquier. Fulquier's got lots of space to run into. He's coming to the left though. Now Gaia on the edge of the box. He started this move and he's just pulled that shot wide. Vinicius Souza in the centre of the field now. Can he create something for us? Finds Alex Vidal. Plays it back to the right back, Ruben. Now Sergi Darda. Ruben looking for Lazzo, but that's going to be intercepted by Diakabi. Guy with a bad pass though, and now Hoslu's got it. He finds Nico Malamed through to Lazzo. Lazzo looking to get a goal, and he's scored again, his 4th goal in 2 games. Or has he? The referee is checking with VAR. It might be offside. Jose Carlos Lazzo has scored 4 goals in 2 games. What a time of the season to come into some form. Hoslu with the ball at Nico Malamed. 1 touch pass from him to Lazzo. And Lazzo, in the form he's in, you didn't really doubt that he would score that. 1-0 after 26 minutes gone. And we are heading to safety as things stand. There's the lines as well, just so you can double see that Lazzo was, in fact, onside for that goal. Lazzo now finds Ruben at right back. Now Sergi Darda. It's very patient passing play. It's what you like to see. Vinicius Souza now needs to go back to make sure he doesn't lose the ball. Finds Gomez. Now Olivan with a bit of space down his left-hand side. And Olivan looking to use that space. Running all the way down to the byline. Gets the ball in. Lazzo's there, headed away by Paulista. And now Justin Kluivert can bring that down. But the ball is falling to Olivan again. Another chance to get a ball in. Chips that into Vinicius Souza, who's headed that just wide of the Valencia goal. And as things stand, it's not looking good for Valencia. Cadiz are winning their game, which means Valencia have fallen into the relegation zone, but they're looking to get an equaliser here with Gaia's corner, and that's Diakabi, and they've done exactly that. I shouldn't have said anything. I've jinxed it. Mukhtar Diakabi with the header at the back post, and Valencia are back on level terms and out of the relegation zone, I think. It's Gaia, left back, finds the goal scorer Diakabi, and they play that all the way back to the goalkeeper. Now Paulista to Nico. We're trying to press them very high up the field, but we've not won the ball back yet. It's Paulista with the ball over the left back, who was slightly out of position. Justin Kluivert now with the ball for Valencia finds Nico. There's some space on the left hand side. If he wants to find Gaia there, he does so. Gaia comes inside now. He finds Hugo with a shot, and that is off the bar and out for a goal kick. As things stand, this result actually doesn't lift Valencia out of the relegation zone. They are still third bottom at the moment, but they just had a free kick there, and now Gaia on the ball finds Andre Almeida, and they're really piling the pressure on now, looking to get what could be a winner. Cavani with a header, headed away by Gomez, but not very well. And another header in, and Pacheco just scoops that up there. Didn't feel very confident with the way that he did that, but he didn't let the ball go past him into the goal, so can't complain too much. Now it's Olivan, the left back, down the left-hand side. He's been looking very creative, and that is a horrific foul, and that has surely got to be a card of some sort for Justin Kluivert, and it is a red card. A two-footed lunge on Olivan. Thankfully, Olivan's okay, but Valencia down to 10 men, and that's not what they need in this relegation battle. Now, Sousa on the ball. Can we make them pay for going down to 10 men? Gomez looking for a through ball, hooked away by Diakabi, and that is thankfully going to come back to Gomez, who can build something from the back once more. Vinicius Sousa. Long ball forward down the left-hand side to Nico Malamed. Brings the ball under control. Now, Vinicius Sousa with a shot, and it's saved by Mamardashvili in the Valencia goal. Just over 20 minutes left in this game, and we do have a few tired-looking bodies out there. We're gonna bring Oscar Gil back on for his return from injury at right back for Ruben Sanchez. We're also going to bring on Javi Puado, bring him on for Nico Malamed at left wing, and then Braithwaite did all right at right wing last time, so we'll bring him on there. We'll put him as a round dighter as well for Alex Vidal, and we'll hopefully have a few chances to try and get a winner. We've got two substitutions left to make. We have just over 5 minutes left in the game. Sergi Darder is pretty much dead on his feet out there. So I would have brought on Exposito. He's looking nervous. I don't want to bring KD Bowery on because he was misplacing passes everywhere last time out. So Guerrera seems the only option for me to bring on at this moment in time. And he's comfortable playing as a deep line playmaker as well, so that works well. And there could be a late opportunity here. Oscar Gil with a throw-in. He's giving that away, though, to Valencia, and Diakabi can't clear that ball up towards Marcus Andre, but Montez with a great header. Now Gomez finds Vinicius Sousa. It's Puado with the shot, and it's just gone over the goal from Javi Puado. That could have been the opportunity. And there is the full-time whistle. It's a 1-1 draw, which means the relegation battle does go to the last game of the season. So that result means we stay 16th in the table, but Cadiz and Valencia both caught up to it. Well, Valencia haven't caught up to us, but Cadiz have caught up to us quite a bit. They beat Vigo by 4-1. Cadiz now level on points with us. Valencia, who occupy the final relegation spot, are 1 point adrift of us. Getafe have been relegated after their defeat to Osasuna. We really should have beat Valencia when they were down to 10 men for so long in the game. We have got, well, actually, before we get into who we're playing in the final game, let's just compare against the real life table at this stage. So Elche obviously relegated in real life and in game at this point, but they did have 4 more points in real life compared to in game. We were 19th in the table in real life compared to the 16th that we are now. Real Valladolid again, we're down in 18th. They have fallen down the table a little bit in game, down to 15th, but they're not going to finish any lower than that. Almeria, they were 17th at this stage and only 1 point clear of safety. They are up in 13th and safe from relegation in game. And we've got Valencia, who were well clear of relegation in 13th at this point in real life. They are well and truly in the dogfight with ourselves and Cadiz in game. And then Cadiz were 15th in real life. They were still in with a shout of being relegated. In fact, Valencia was still in with a shout of being relegated. Looking at the points totals, they were only 2 points clear of Valladolid in the final relegation space. So there's less teams involved in this relegation battle in game compared to real life. But ourselves, Espanyol, looking in a pretty decent position heading into the last match day. Here we go. It is final day of the season, and there are 3 of us involved in the relegation fight. So we have Cadiz, who have arguably the easiest tie against bottom of the table, Elche, but they are away from home, and Elche might want to give their fans something to remember them by in La Liga. There's then ourselves, obviously playing against Almeria, probably the second easiest game, but Almeria are 3 places above us and 7 points above us in the league table, but obviously have nothing left to play for, and we're at home. And then we've got Valencia, who have the toughest game against 7th place Real Betis, who are trying to displace Bilbao from 6th place in the table. Of course, obviously saying that we've got one of the easier games is probably going to come back to bite me come the end of the game, but I've said it now, so just have to deal with it. I didn't realise that there was 2 different kickoff times. I thought because it was the last game of the season, there'd be everyone kicking off at the same time, but apparently not. So Betis now have nothing to play for at home to Valencia because they can only finish 7th in the table. We are making the one change for this game, just the one. Javi Puado coming in for Nico Malamed at left wing. Malamed's not really impressed me that much in the past game or so. So hopefully we don't get relegated. I mean, we're in a great position. We're 16th in the table. We're the best placed side out of the 3 teams that could go down today. I'm going to be so... we need to complete one of these. We need to rewrite history for one of these teams, and hopefully Espanyol is going to be the team that we rewrite history for. Almeria, not sure how you say it, are unbeaten in the last 5 games, which is a little bit of a concern, not going to lie. You can see there, just 1 point in it between Valencia in 3rd bottom and ourselves and Cadiz. Throw in for Almeria, Zakieme. He's running all the way back. Plays it back to his centre-back, Kaike. And, I thought we'd won the ball back there, but we didn't. It's Eli now for Almeria. Plays to the right-hand side for Pozo. Pozo with the ball over to Toure. Toure with a shot. It's off the bar. Cannon's off the bar, but he's given offside, so it wouldn't have counted even if it had gone in. That would have been the worst possible start for us. We are going to try and keep an eye on the other 2 games, obviously Valencia and Cadiz games, just to see what's happening in them. But hopefully not much happens in them and both of those sides get beat, because then that means we don't have to win here. As Cadiz take the lead against Elche and move themselves up to 16th. This is going to be a stressful day, isn't it? Valencia are losing against Betis. That is great news. That means we don't have to win here. Half-time, we're still out of the relegation zone. Cadiz have climbed above us, but Valencia are losing. So that is excellent for us. Corner for Almeria. Pozo to take it. Ball in the box, headed away. It's going to come back to Pozo. And they could have another chance here. It's Pozo with a shot, and that is fired over the bar. Almeria just looking dominant today against us. And we've picked up an injury. Lazzo is injured. A potential foot injury. He's our worst performing player, to be fair. So it's no bad news really to get rid of him. We'll bring on Nico Malamed, I think, for Lazzo at attacking centre midfield. Malamed obviously dropped for this game for Javi Puado, who hasn't really done too much. We've got Hosselu on a 6.5, which isn't great. I'm tempted to bring Braithwaite on for him. Montez as well, not doing well. Cabrera has... I don't think he might have... Did I give him like 15 minutes? I think I gave him 15 minutes or so in one of the other games. But he's coming in for another little run out since his return from injury at centre-back, replacing Montez, who is not doing great. And then Hosselu is going to come off. Braithwaite coming on for him up front. Triple change with just over 25 minutes to go. We don't need to win as things stand, but it would be nice to win because then that means we don't have to care about what any other team does. Cadiz are now 2-0 up and Real Betis have just missed a penalty. So it's all happening in the other games. Nothing happening here so far, but we look to change that now as Alex Vidal is on the ball. Nico Malamed. Great through ball to Braithwaite. This could be a chance. It's Braithwaite. Ball over to Puado, and Javi Puado, the man who I put in the starting lineup in place of Nico Malamed at left back, has made me so grateful that I did that. We have taken an unexpected lead. Almeria have been on top of us for pretty much all of this game. This is our first chance, our first highlight of the game. Braithwaite, the man who came off the bench just about 10 minutes ago with a great ball across, and Javi Puado smashing it past the keeper. And we are, as things stand, safe from relegation. Valencia is still losing, Cadiz are still winning, but because we're winning, we stay above Cadiz if things stay the same. There's a late opportunity for someone here, though. It's Gomez on the ball for us. It'd be great if we could get a second. That would just solidify our place in La Liga for next season as Malamed wins the ball back high up the field. Now Alex Vidal dulled on the ball a little bit, but he managed to find a pass to Ruben. Now Cabrera, the ball over the top, looking for Braithwaite, headed away by Keiki, and then Robertone brings that down. And Almeria almost on the attack, but Gomez intercepts nicely. Now Vinicius Souza in the centre of the field finds the left back Olivan forward, looking for Puado, but that is intercepted by the defender. And now Almeria looking to build from the back with Samu. Long ball towards Suarez. It's Suarez. He's through on goal. It's Suarez. And Luis Suarez, I doubt it's that one, but Luis Suarez has just equalised for Almeria with 2.5 minutes of normal time left to go in this game. That result sends us down to 17th, and Valencia have equalised. It's full time. I don't know what's happened in the other games. Valencia have equalised. I think that's fine. I think we're safe. We are safe. Valencia with the very, very late equaliser away to Real Betis, but it wasn't enough in the end. They have finished in the relegation basis. Valencia have been relegated from La Liga. What an absolute shocker for them. 1 point adrift of us, who just scrape through to safety. Cadiz winning their game, finishing a bit more comfortably, 3 points adrift of the relegation zone. But we've done it. We've rewritten history. So if we take a look at the in-game league table alongside the real-life league table at the final game of this season, we can see that Elche have been relegated in both. But then Getafe have been relegated in-game, whereas in real life, they managed to climb themselves up to 15th. Valencia with a shock relegation in-game as well in 18th. We're up in 14th in real life. We obviously got relegated in real life. We've just about scraped through to not get relegated in-game, finishing 2 positions higher and only 1 point more on the board. So the teams performed a bit worse off than they did in real life. As you can see, a lot of teams that were in the relegation fight on the final day of the season were on 40 points. Not the case here. Cadiz also, they actually finished the same place that they finished in real life, in 16th. Girona, like I've said, I don't know what's happened to them in game, but finishing 15th compared to 10th in real life. Almeria as well, doing a great job to finish 14th instead of the 17th that they did in real life. Sevilla around 13th, just a couple of places below where they were. Celta Vigo finishing a bit higher than they were in real life. Valladolid, I'll just run through all the teams because it's the last time we'll look at this table. Valladolid, relegated in real life, somehow finishing 11th in game. No idea what's going on there. Osasuna, a bit worse in game than in real life, finishing 10th, whereas they got European football in real life, finishing 7th. Vallecano with a much better finishing game in 9th compared to 12th. Mallorca finishing 8th, which is one place better off than real life. Real Betis finishing 7th, which is one place lower than real life. Atletico Bilbao getting European football in game, whereas they finished 8th and just outside the European places in real life. And then we've got Villarreal, Real Sociedad, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid and Barcelona all in the same positions as they finished in real life. But that means that we have rewritten history for Espanyol. We saved them from relegation, and Valencia have taken their place. Well, Valencia and Getafe going down in place of Espanyol and Valladolid. What a shock for Valencia to go down into the second tier of Spanish football. In real life, I realised I forgot to save the Almeria game, but it was a 3-3 draw in real life between Espanyol and Almeria. Obviously, we drew 1-1, so it's same result, just different scoreline. So that is it for this episode and for this mini-series with Espanyol. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying all of the Rewriting History series that we are doing. Obviously, we've done one with Southampton and Dortmund, and now we've done one with Espanyol. We've got another one coming up. There'll be a little teaser for who that's going to be with at the end of this video, at the very end of this video. If you are enjoying the series, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get more content when it comes out, and I'll see you next time.